we've got the kids learning about different animals today in the garden: alpacas, chooks, pigs, worms, ducks and native bees. And it's a really good way for them to engage with the natural world around them, and also to understand how humans relate to the animal world and how we use animals for our benefit.
What makes them look different?
Well, there's two main types of alpacas in Australia. One is called a suri, which is this brown one here, Max, and the other one is called a wakaya, spelt with an H. They're different in the way that their fleece grows. This suri one grows down towards the ground. See how it hangs like hair? And this one grows at a horizontal, so it grows outwards off the animal.
Like a sheep?
Like a sheep, yeah, similar to a sheep. And they're the two main ones that we have in Australia. There are other species, but we don't have them here so much.
Does anyone know what greenhouse gas is? Sasha?
It comes from manure, yeah, a gas that comes from manure, well done.
Does anyone know the name of the certain gas that comes from the manure?
Methane.
And recently we've done a pig project, and we were having a look on how the methane gas is good and bad for our environment. And if you trap it in a dam, you can send it to a generator and burn all the gas so you can create electricity.
Methane gas is one gas within the greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are natural but also man-made. And unfortunately, we produce too many gases that are impacting on all the greenhouse gases. And the greenhouse gases is what's affecting our environment. So don't think the methane is a bad thing for greenhouse gases. Don't think they're doing the wrong thing by our environment. It's a natural part of the ecosystem. So we just have to watch our man-made gases going into the ecosystem with the greenhouse gases, okay?
Their names are, this is a boy, his name's Daffy, and this one's Dave. Hi Daisy and Daffy. I have a dog, Daisy. These are chicken eggs, and this is a duck egg. It's a lot different in colour, and the duck egg is really hard white, and its yolk is very yellow and very gooey. It's not good in like poached eggs.
Does it taste different from a chicken egg then?
Yeah, it's a lot different. Yeah. And ducks lay normally just once a day, and chickens, like, depends on what breed you have, they normally lay twice.
Yeah, okay.
Like in the morning and night. And they're really smart compared to chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when they look at you they go like that, and yeah, and they find ways to fly out of their pen, or they jump, and chickens are very dumb animals. And yeah, so who wants to have a pat? Me! No. And a tip with patting, don't pat them on the head because they're very claustrophobic. Pat them down here, and they like that. Or you can pat them on the bum.
Hey, your turn, Willem.
Okay.
So, what kind of foods should we feed the chooks? James.
Itchy grubs.
Very good, James. Witchetty grubs are protein, and protein is fantastic for chooks. Out in the wild, what do you think chooks would have eaten before human beings started farming them? What would they have eaten, Lorraine?
Worms and stuff and grubs and ground.
That's right. chickens do a lot of scratching around under the trees and around the ground. And what do they dig up? Worms?
Grasshoppers.
Okay, good. Grasshoppers. What other kind of bugs might chooks eat? Yes?
Slugs.
Slugs. Very good. Yep.
Snails.
Snails?
Yuck.
Yep.
Worms.
Worms.
You didn't get me.
So protein is a chook's natural food. So we should be feeding our chooks as much protein as we can.
So the honeybee here, this is a guy, whenever you talk about bees, everyone goes, that's what a bee, it's a honeybee. Honeybees have only been in Australia as long as Europeans have, a couple of 100 years. All these other guys have lived in Australia for thousands of years. This stuff here is tree resin mixed with beeswax. They mix it together and they use that to make all that structure inside the hive. So the wax the bees make themselves, they squeeze it out of the plates on their back. And the tree resin, so that's tree resin, have a look. You know when you see a tree and it's had an injury, something's hit it and it gets that red stuff oozing down?
Yeah.
So just pass that around. So the bees will go and collect that, mix it with the wax they make to make it softer, and then they build all this stuff. And the reason that they use the tree resin is because it kills bacteria and viruses. It keeps the hive sanitised, stops them getting infected by things. So they're very clever, the bees. They use that as their building material.